In my September 7th Friday night Meri is live stream, I carved a set of Flirty Eyes out of a Pentel high polymer eraser. I have pulled that carving segment from the live stream video so that I can feature it in a standalone video and so that I can have it available for a stamp carving playlist. In our Thursday early morning live stream, we got off on this conversation of eyes. We did a list of different eyes, and I'm going to try to carve right here in front of everybody, because it's not hard. It's really not hard. I would not do a detailed stamp carving live, but I'm going to try it and see if it works. And what I need is my pencil, my ballpoint pen, my ink. I'm using the Speedball carvers. I've got the V here. I've been using that. I call it a V blade. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's the largest. It's kind of a medium. And then I've got the small V blade. This is the one I use the most. And then I've got a knife one. There's 5 blades. The other 2 are in here, but I haven't been using them that much. I need my paper where I sketch from. But what I've been liking are these Pentel high polymer erasers. But let me tell you, for an eraser that's kind of expensive, but they're worth it. But I love them for carving. They almost carve better than the Speedball Speedy Carve, in my opinion. But then I'm about as experienced of a stamp carver as I am of a jelly printer. Now, before I zoom in, I'm going to draw an outline of this stamp right here. I start out by tracing an outline of the eraser on a piece of paper, and I'm starting to sketch what I'm calling flirty eyes. And Penelope has flirty eyes. The eyeballs are looking down, kind of sideways. They're kind of looking off. She's looking at something. I put some little twinkles in her eyes and a little heart on her cheeks. Now I'm cutting it out. Now I'm doing this during my Friday night live stream. Here I'm transferring. I'm just doing a pencil graphite transfer of the eyes onto the eraser, and I'm showing you that sometimes that pencil really does transfer a nice looking set of stamps. So I'm just detailing it here. I'm really happy with these. Put the little heart on the cheek. Yeah. Flirty eyes. Now, I like to carve, when I'm carving these smaller erasers, on the back of a stamp pad. And I take my number 1 V blade, which is a tiny blade shaped like a V. And I say tracing around the eyes. I'm actually carving around each one of the shapes. This kind of carves away around what I want to keep. Carving out the whites of the eyes. Now you can see I changed my blade to a larger V blade. This scoops out more of the eraser. Let me tell you, I really like carving on this high polymer eraser. It carves just like butter. Carving out the white of the other eye. Detailing it a little more. Now, I like to carve away around the border of the eraser. I like to do that first, and then it's just a matter of carving out what I don't want to stamp. And there's a lot of negative area in here to carve away, so this goes really fast. I'm really excited to do this series of eye stamps. It's going to be fun to use them. So I'm just carving them away, carving out all the negative area. It does not take too long to do this, and that's why I decided to do something simple in my Friday Night Live so that my viewers could see how really kind of easy it is to carve these stamps, and you can come up with your own designs, and that's what's so fun about it. Actually, it was the gals in my morning stream who suggested that I carve a set of eyes. I'm doing a series of eyes. Now I'm getting ready to stamp off the first one, and I tested out on just a piece of composition paper first. But you'll see here in a minute that I like to keep my little carvings in this little book that I use for my stamp carvings, and I'm calling this my first impression. And now I'm just marking the areas that I want to carve away. I zoomed out a little because I want you to see how I'm documenting everything in my book. This is actually the second set of eyes that I've carved, and I'm just cleaning up my stamp. I really don't have too much to clean up here. It's just a little of the little pieces where the ink catches on. Kind of detailing around the heart. I like how the eyes just look over to one side there. Now I'm going to stamp the next impression. I'm saying that I'm using a high polymer eraser by Pentel. So let's stamp off this next one, and let's just see what... I'm not going to spend all night on this, but I might, even after we're done here, clean it up a little bit more. The eyes down in here, and I want more of an angle on her eyes. I thought I had a deep enough angle, but I might need to make the eyes smaller and angle them more to get them to look flirty. Flirty. Flirt. She's a flirt. Well, I moved my stamp. Let's try it again. See, that is not stamping off good for me down there. I'm not sure why. Let's get some ink on it. Usually they stamp off pretty good for me. I might just need to carve a line there. Oh, that's stamped off pretty good. Now that's getting closer to what I want. I'm going to call this the final one for tonight. And then, well, no, it's not quite the final, because what I do, I'm not going to do any more cleaning up. What I do is take this, and then I'll stamp it off. I kind of used up my space, but I'll stamp it down here. That's pretty good. Good enough. And then I'll draw a square. I'm kind of running into just for my documentation. And I'll draw the eyebrows, kind of like that. Maybe come in with a darker pen. I don't have it with me now. But put a little corner on it. Can't put a corner there. I'll put a corner here. Put a corner here. And then I'll date it, like sign it. This is for my own reference. And then I date it September, scribble writing here, September 7th, 2018. So I know what date I did it. And then I write TheMeriAtelier. And then I got number 2 is Flirty Eyes.